giant bacteria visible to the naked eye has a never-before-seen type of metabolism. For the first time, scientists have sequenced a genome of a mysterious species of giant bacterium that can be seen without a microscope. Couldn't you imagine? This is how huge this is. The discoveries about their reproductive strategies, survival mechanisms, and distinct metabolic mechanisms similar to mitochondria may one day be useful in developing sustainable energy technologies and increasing efficiency in agriculture. Epulopicium bacteria live symbiotically in the guts of fish, Nasotonganus, in tropical ocean environments, where most bacteria are too small to be seen without a microscope. These single-celled mammoths have 1,000,000 times the volume of their well-known relatives E. coli bacteria, meaning they can just be made out with the naked eye. This incredible giant bacterium is unique and interesting in so many ways, says microbiologist Esther Agent from Cornell University in the US. Revealing the genomic potential of this organism just kind of blows our minds, she said. The first member of Epulopicium, whose name comes from the Latin word for a guest and of a fish, was discovered in just recently, 1985. Angert and her U.S. colleagues named the species after studying Epulopicium viviparus, second word referring to reproduction that results in live births. While bacteria typically split in half to make two new ones, the E. viviparus can make up to 12 copies of itself inside the parent cell, which then swim out into the world. Unable to be grown in a lab, such giant bacterium remain a curiosity of the biological world. So to study E. viviparus, the researchers had to capture the fish in lives and carefully collect cells as quickly as possible for DNA sequencing and transcriptome analysis. Most bacteria either respire using oxygen or obtain energy from their environment through fermentation, which generally results in less energy production. E. viviparus happens to be a fermenter, but that's puzzling because it's huge, reproduces rapidly, and can swim, all required relatively large amounts of energy. It looks like the bacteria have optimized their metabolism to a fish gut environment that's rich in sodium ions. The flow of sodium ions across cell membranes generates a powerful sodium motive force for making energy and spinning their hair-like appendages called flagella for movement. This sodium motive force also powers flagella movement in Vibrio cholera, the bacteria that causes cholera. The team also found a large chunk of the genetic code of E. viviparus makes enzymes that are highly efficient at nutrient extraction from their host fish, especially carbohydrates called polysaccharides from the algae that forms a large part of the N. tonganus' diet. E. viviparus bacteria has plentiful enzymes that make ATP as well, the energy currency that supports a wide variety of cellular processes. They discovered space for these molecules in a unique membrane, similar to the mitochondria of more complex organisms. Angert says, "We all know that phrase, the mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell, and amazingly these membranes of E. viviparus have kind of converged on the same model as the mitochondria. They have a highly folded membrane that increases surface area where these high-producing pumps can work, and that increased surface area creates a powerhouse of energy. E. viviparus, efficient ways of harnessing the nutrients in algae could have a lot of uses in the future. Algae is becoming more popular as a source of renewable energy, a food source for livestock and for people too, because its growth does not interfere with land-based farming. There are still some mysteries to be solved, as Angert and her colleagues point out. Further studies required to completely understand how E. viviparus uses its arsenal of enzymes, but this provides a solid foundation for understanding their growth requirements. We find it remarkable that the largest known bacteria have thus far eluded isolation, the authors write. This suggests that bacterium behemoths are highly tuned to survive in environments in which they evolved. The study was published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, and this is on Science Alert by Rebecca Dyer. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.